Gentlemen, boys, and girls, Quad City sports fans of all ages, Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Good afternoon, Quad Cities, and welcome to Don't Hassle Us, Local. Here on AM 1170, we are brought to you by our good friends at Dunright Satellite and Dish, and hope you're having a beautiful Thursday out there. Jay Foster's in the house, along with my beautiful Leah Bomber right next to me, and then, of course, Trouble T around the mic.
Hey.
I'm back. I hope you all didn't miss me too much. A little sinus infection, tried to get a man down.
Took his temperature when he walked in. He's fine.
I'm fine. No temp anymore.
I know. You're back to
Very odd thing, Jay. I'll tell you what. I hope you don't develop any of these weird allergies when you get old.
It's what happens. I never had
allergies at all, and
yeah?
I still really don't feel I do because I don't think about it. I just think, why does that hurt, or why does my nose running, or why are my eyes watering?
Your body chemistry changes every decade, every 9 to 10 years, and that's how you develop. And
so, from what I understand, after digging into this a little bit, Leah Bombs,
dig into the baby.
We've had more pollen around this town.
That's so true.
Than at any point in a long time. So it was really, really high. And I've been kind of complaining to Wifey. I'm like, I can't really breathe. My nose is always stuffed up. But not like stuffed up in a way like where you have a cold, you know? So I just couldn't figure it out. Mm-hmm. And, apparently if you don't do something about that or something, eventually it develops into bacteria and then you get a sinus infection.
It sounds delicious.
And it hurts really bad in the forehead area.
Why is Jay smiling right now?
Hold on a second. So the doctor is like, we've had an unusually large amount of pollen in the area.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, whatever, doc. I don't care about that. Why don't I feel well? And he's like, well, what happens is it...
Well, it was a female Dr. J. But
yeah.
way to go, Foster. Look
you
at
waited
you
for that one, didn't you? You're excited to set it up there. And she
was very nice.
SJW Troy. And here we go.
Yeah. So
turn the comments off, please.
Yeah. And so she said that what happens is it can.
Well, I was kind of speculating from there. Like, yeah. I would be plugged up, and I would obviously blow my nose and do what you need to do. But it wasn't like I walked around and said, I just got boogers in there.
There's just boogies.
But, I was just like... And then Mookie says I need to get a neti pot. That'll help.
It does help. It helps with the pressure and everything.
Yeah.
I'm a mom, so I've done all this gross stuff. But the thing is, with bacterial infections, they do not go away on their own. You have to get antibiotics.
Yeah, so I'm on some good stuff.
Yeah.
I got some Flonase going, Jay. That stuff is different.
So you have allergies?
Apparently I'm allergic to pollen, yeah.
Well, and with the rain and then the heat and then the, everything.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Well,
he
thinks he's perfect and he's never going to develop
allergy.
The first time that little crap over there develops an allergy, I'm going to laugh at him.
Yeah, it's
just like him and his perfect vision going bye-bye.
That is a problem. That's not on me, which I'm doing the reverse thing. I'm not wearing glasses and making my eyes stronger.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
These are for fashion.
You're making them stronger.
Mm-hmm. Making them work out.
Is that?
I'm not
you make them big. He goes like this. I made it work them out.
Picture his eyes behind the scenes.
Maybe that's where you've gained that 7 pounds. It was in your eyes.
You guys, I tell you what.
You're on to something.
I tell you what.
I'm sorry.
Tell your eyes to quit working out. That's where all that weight gain's coming from.
Because with our eyes, you're a perfect 10.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only 10 I see.
Mm-hmm. I need to lose 7 more pounds, but I housed that number 56 from Big Mike Subs.
Oh my God,
so, Jersey Mike, sorry.
Derek Brody on the
Easer A's.
Yeah, he goes, I heard the pollen was busted in from another state.
That's really funny.
By the way, did you ever talk about that?
What?
I'm sweating, you guys.
You can talk about whatever, yeah.
Well, I don't want to bring it up because it's so negative. I just hope tonight's a little peaceful protest remains that way at Vanderbilt Park. I know there's going to be a lot of people there. So if you are planning on going, just keep it cool. And we understand that what happened was a travesty that happened
Absolutely.
to
Nobody agrees with it. Nobody.
Yeah,
not
nobody
one
at all.
person.
Nobody in their right mind can agree with what happened.
No.
In Minneapolis, but let's keep it peaceful and remember that
Yes.
we want to make our voices heard. At the same time, let's get through this and we can get through the
Yes.
get out of this curfew, so we can get back to normal. And then these
Get me started.
weird internet things and whatnot. But the good thing, what I was saying, Leah, like prior to Monday night, and where we thought after Sunday we didn't know, quite who had been arrested, who had not been arrested, blah blah blah. Where were they from?
Sure.
They were all Quad Cityans.
Who? Oh, locally? Yeah,
Yes.
no, yeah, the local ones were for sure.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
So,
but in Minneapolis, none of them were.
Yeah,
local.
no, that different situation. But
I think the bigger
but at
cities
least
are
here,
being-
what we're saying is the thing of where you think where they're busting people everywhere. Well, at least it wasn't whatever.
Well, the Quad
It didn't
Cities
happen
isn't big
here.
enough to be bust into, and to be honest about that. But like the Chicago protesters and the Minneapolis protesters, all those major cities, I know, I 100%.
New York City. The chief of police was like, "Listen, this
They're
is
being
happening."
busted. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
unfortunate thing is when you're looking at numbers anywhere that have been from 1,000 to 3,000 for this protest tonight, there's still going to be a possible bad apple here and there, and that sucks.
Oh, but yeah.
And-
Well, and
and
that's
we
the
don't
thing.
want- we don't
There's
wanna
going to be
focus on
enough
that. We
good
don't wanna-
apples. I think that the people that are around
Yeah.
that see a bad apple report it or do something.
or turn it into applesauce.
Yeah, I
you
don't
go.
know. Just either way,
Turn
let's
that
just
bad
try to
apple
keep
into
this thing. If we
applesauce.
can
Add a little bit of cinnamon as a nice
there's
snack.
there's a lot of people out there whose lives depend on being open at night.
That's right.
and
Preach it,
and
preach.
they're of all different races, different sizes, whatever you want to call it. It's people across the board. So please,
We're all different sizes these days. But yes.
Some of us,
Right, Jay?
Some of us a little bit bigger than others, a little wider than others. Jay, you're
Careful
not
when you say
wide.
wider.
Yeah,
Wider with the D.
Thank you.
wider. But yeah, let's just please, just everybody, keep your heads about you and
Keep your wits about
do
you.
the right thing, like
That's
Spike
right.
Lee would say.
Be a good person. Kindness. Sprinkle that SHIT everywhere.
By the way, I heard him say that on a television commercial.
Did you?
Yeah.
They said the SH word?
Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
It was on a commercial, and
I
I'm
like it.
It was on South Park, or not on South Park, but on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like late at night.
Okay. That's
I
weird.
was like-
I kind of dig it. Was it after 9 p.m. though? I think that's when the regulations go quiet
I don't know.
for cursing on air. Isn't it 9 p.m.?
I think some are a little
Yeah.
bit less, and because it's cable, it's a little bit more laxed as well.
Anyway, thought it was weird.
Yeah.
Shocked me.
You look very nice today, but you are wearing Packers colors. I hope you realize.
It's Oakland A's colors.
Well, that too.
Lot of
Coordinate,
neatness.
Marcus. You got to coordinate. Can't stop there. See that? Bam. You got to coordinate.
That's so awesome.
Gerard, do you know that he had mushroom liner in his coat? Yes. What else you got there? Mushroom cufflink? That's a good idea, Marcus.
Are you doing Bad Boys?
No.
What is
Boomerang.
that?
Boomerang.
I just watched Bad Boys
The
last
best
night.
line comes up, but we can't say it on here.
Yeah. Real quick. Yesterday, when a nice little idea gets an organic idea grows, it's a good thing to happen. It
It was Jay's idea, by the way, everybody.
It actually, to be honest with you, it was something we talked about, but it was something that I saw, and I don't know who it was. Someone said like on Monday, I think it was just like in passing on social media, someone's like, "Geez, can we buy these cops like a breakfast pizza or something?"
Right.
It wasn't like, and I was like, you and I were talking yesterday, I was like, "Hey, let's figure out a way to maybe just
Did you
raise some
see
money."
what the total was today?
Yeah, I think we're just shy of $2,700.
That's amazing.
So it went from getting pizza for breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
that we're going to do lunch and dinner, and then whatever we have left over, we're going to get from those places. So Pizza Shack is going to do breakfast pizzas tomorrow morning.
Mark, our friend Mark,
Yes.
Pizza Shack.
And then Vance and Moore out on Competition Drive is going to do lunch.
Perfect.
And then our friend Eric at Gunchies is going to do dinner.
That's amazing.
And we have to stagger it, and whatever we have left over from those three places, we're going to buy gift cards to give to those police departments so that they can take them home, because there are a lot of families that are staying at home because the cops have been out the entire time. So, or they can just say, "Hey guys, we're ordering in this and that," and
For sure.
they've got other food at those places besides just pizza, because we're going to make them sick of pizza after tomorrow. I will tell you this: I'm going to need some help with delivery tomorrow morning, afternoon, and night. The worst part about the night one is I will be in Muscatine, so I'm going to have to coordinate that as well.
Cambridge. I could probably help in the morning.
And I'm getting the numbers for the pizzas now and how much and whatnot. But I do want to thank everyone for doing it. I mean, first things first, I've never put together a fundraiser before. Mm-hmm. When it said that they were so far behind because of COVID type of donations, they said it might take 72 hours to verify this. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay. And I think I sent out like 5 invitations, maybe 10. I know you were on there, Bomber. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, and then I was going to text you and be like, keep a lookout for this. I don't know when it's going to happen. And then they approved it. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden notifications started going. And we already had Chopper yesterday on the air when he texted me. He's like, I'm down for 200. Yeah. So really I only needed 300. My goal was 500.
Which was amazing. And then I fell asleep early last night with the kids. And I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, it was already at like 2,000 something.
So I was just going to do it in the morning. That was it, Yeah. And
now we've got plenty.
Well, yeah, which is awesome.
Good job. Good job,
yeah,
Jay.
which is really cool. Good job, everybody.
Look at what you did. Look what you started.
Super duper pooper scooper.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
our pooper scooper.
He is our
Erickson said, what you should do Wednesday comes through in big time. Finally, what you should do Wednesday pays off.
Well, there you go.
But no, that's...
so sad I missed it.
Well, you didn't. You get to slinging some pizzas tomorrow. Maybe you should deliver some tomorrow.
That being said, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you going tomorrow?
Well, it's not that I'm going anywhere.
I have band practice in Cambridge.
I just have something attached to my hip tomorrow.
Is that a little Troy? Yeah. Little Troy is going to be attached to your hip tomorrow?
A little hazy, so I'll help as best I can. I just hope she...
wants to ride along with you.
Yeah.
That'd be fun, though.
She might enjoy it.
If you tell her what
I'm going to get some out before...
yeah, I want to help as much as I can, so I will...
I can help in the morning.
I'm going to deliver as much as I can.
probably help in the afternoon.
And then I gotta hit the road. I gotta hit the road about 12:30 to Muscatine.
I guess I really haven't wrapped my head around what I'll talk to you off air. But
all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to appreciate everyone who donated anything, and it really took off more than I can imagine.
I'm so proud of the Quad Cities.
I'm just going to again down to the very last dollar. I'll put because you know what's going to happen. You know darn well what's going to happen.
What? Tell me.
Well, where did all that money go? No good deed goes unpunished. And I did not want any bank account or anything tied to it, but you have to do something. So I'm not going to go as far as I will. I'll have all the receipts and everything.
But you're the most trustworthy person I know to handle something like this.
I just don't want to. I don't want it. Someone's going to say something. That's just the way it goes.
Let them. Who cares?
But I'll take care of it and get everything out there. And like I said, I'm going to need some help delivering some of the stuff. But I'll reach out. I'll reach out to the certain people that already said something.
Yes.
But again, I want to thank you, Quad Cities. And tonight's going to be a crazy night. Let's do our best for anyone out there listening who may be going to the protest to make sure it's peaceful, because if it's a peaceful protest, maybe the curfew will be lifted and we'll all have a crazy weekend. That's what we want.
I'm tired of being grounded.
Here's your test, Quad Cities. This is the test right now. Peaceful protest, curfew lifted.
You know what they always say at my house? Keep it cool in the motor pool.
Yep.
In my house, you follow the rules or I beat your...
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't beat anybody. I'm just kidding. You go to your room.
That being said, we're gonna have to take our first break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna take a look at some comments Drew Brees made, and he's facing a little backlash. We're gonna talk about the NBA playoff system. Tyson Blazer's gonna join us at 12:30, and we're gonna talk MLB and PA and all that fun stuff and what he's been doing during the COVID.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Erickson said to save your receipts to show Barb and Jerry. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Barb and Jerry.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Okay. Locally owned and operated in the Quad Cities since 1934, Tri-City has been your source for restaurant equipment value, quality, very competitive prices, and full service. Your restaurant equipment choices include chicken cookware, cooking equipment, refrigeration, kitchen utensils, tableware, china, glassware, and flatware. All restaurant equipment and kitchen equipment sales are guaranteed, including 30 days labor and 90-day parts. Tri-City does deliver to the Quad City residents, and they will match any online price. Give them a call today at 563-322-5382 for any questions you may need for your bar, restaurant, or personal kitchen. Showroom hours are 8 to 5, Monday through Friday at Tri-City Equipment, located at 527 West 4th Street.
Before we go to break, I just officially ended the fundraiser. $2,695. I'll put a $5 on there, $900 to each place. So whatever the total is, the rest of it will go to gift cards.
That is
that's
amazing.
That's how
Good
we're
job,
going to do
Quad
this.
Cities.
So, all right, we'll be right back. Don't Hassle Us for Local in just a few minutes.
I can't believe they raised him.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
We will get our momentum back. Our business is back. Our smiles back. Ourselves back. Because that's what this community does. At First Midwest Bank, we want to thank our colleagues for doing everything they can to help our clients and our communities get through this. Because we are all in this together. And together, we will get our momentum back. First Midwest Bank. Visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
See. Very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
In the history of this company, there's never been a more public liar than you. What are you doing to end phone conversations? Like, how are you ending them? You can't. It's not. I gotta go. No, you don't. Like,
right.
So you're ending these calls how?
There's always a way, Dan. Where there's a will, there is a way. So I will either tell them that, hey, I got to walk the dog. Hey, my mom is calling on the other line. Hey, my dad needs groceries. I got to go pick him up, and I got to take him up to his house.
You have an
do what you got to do.
So you have an assortment of lies.
I could send you like 2025, and we'll get you through a couple of days, and then when you need to refresh, I'll send you another 2025 if you need them, okay?
You can write a book during this pandemic, a helpful how to get off the phone for idiots.
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Sheltering in place, the only way to see your friends, loved ones, and favorite locations is with those memories captured from your camera. By visiting thecameracorner.com, you can print them from home, your smartphone, or virtually anywhere. Print your pictures at thecameracorner.com using the promo code PRINT30 and save 30% when you pay online. That's right, 30% savings on your online printing. Curbside pickups available too. Just call when you arrive. Your memories begin with a visit to thecameracorner.com or at the corner of Eastern and Kimberly Road, Davenport. Capture a memory today.
Now is the time to get in on the action with Elite Sportsbook. Receive a 50% match on your first online deposit up to $200 for all brand new accounts now through August 31st. Sign up at Rhythm City Casino Resort or Riverside Casino and Golf Resort to qualify for the new account deposit match. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for complete details and restrictions. Then start betting on your phone anywhere in Iowa. Get in on the action with Elite Sportsbook. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
The Will Kane Show.
Pippen may have been one of the best players in NBA history, but he played under one of the worst contracts in sports memory. Scottie Pippen was Michael Jordan's wingman. He was his Robin. Pippen is underappreciated. Michael Jordan said, every time my name comes up, Scottie Pippen's should come up. Pippen signed an extension with the Chicago Bulls. He signed a 7-year deal that essentially paid him a little over $2 million a year. 7-year, $18 million deal. And it became one of the worst contracts in the NBA. Pippen was the 122nd highest paid player in the league, the 6th highest paid player on the Bulls, and it ate at Scottie. It bothered him.
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
River Valley Turf is your family-owned and operated John Deere dealer, specializing in both lawn and garden and commercial equipment. From walk-behind mowers and lawn tractors to utility vehicles and compact tractors with a variety of attachments. Everything to get your toughest job done. They also have a huge inventory of both new and used John Deere outdoor power equipment in stock and ready for your test ride. That's right. Try it before you buy it. Stop in today and see what River Valley Turf has to offer. Conveniently located in Davenport, Silvis, and online at rivervalleyturf.com.
Not the same old song and dance. New and different every day. Don't hassle us. We're local. Noon till 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, we are back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us Local on AM 1170.
All right, Joining us in studio is our friend Tyson Blazer. Tyson, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
Doing well. We're all getting by. We're going to get to the MLBPA a little bit later. See what you can think about what's going on here. But we just need to catch up a little bit. How are things been going in your world?
Good, man. Finally seems like we've come out on the other side of this COVID thing a little bit, but it's absolutely crazy with a 2.5 and 4-year-old and a half, and not being able to get out of the house and having those guys around all the time. So we've been doing our best.
Yeah,
we've been doing our best.
You hear that? The desperation and that we're doing our best.
We're all doing our best.
There's only so much you can teach at homeschool with a 2.5.
Lots of baths.
Yeah.
Lots
4.5-year-olds just don't like to learn, Jay.
They don't.
They really don't.
Best is in the bathtub. That's what I did.
I think the one thing that I would have taken out of that, where if our kids were younger and that age, would have been, I can't handle watching any more of like Nicktoons or Nick, Jr. or whatever else.
I taught Hazel. I taught Hazel the words. Well, the song "Rubber Biscuit" from the Blues Brothers.
Oh, that's see.
So
That was a
she's
great
singing
story.
it now.
Okay, well that's
She's
good.
she's getting the whole thing down now. Even like the end of it, where it goes "Rubber Biscuit." Like she goes, she can't rattle her tongue. She goes "Rubber Biscuit." Bow 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 bow.
She has to do that on the radio next time she's in here.
She can rock it, man.
But I mean, do you have to watch a lot of Muppet Babies or anything like that? That's on the television.
Insane.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a really cool one. Now is your 4-year-old boy or girl?
A boy.
All right, so mine loves the DC Supergirls.
Okay.
So it's got like a teenage Wonder Woman, Batgirl, a teenage Green Lantern girl, and all of them, and they all go to the same school.
Oh, there you go.
So she's been watching that, which is kind of funny. I'm not a DC guy, but until Marva comes up with
I've got
one of those for me.
On one of the channels, I've got it's like a 24-hour movie thing, but we plays Jurassic Park just straight through all the time. So I'll go to that because I can watch that, and he's infatuated with dinosaurs.
Oh yeah,
I just cover his eyes in some parts, and then there's a 24-hour Marvel superheroes. Said he loves Black Panther and he loves Iron Man.
Cooper loves Black Panther.
The channel just plays Marvel 24/7.
Yeah.
You can all those streaming shows. You can do all that. They
I don't know where that
streaming shows.
Where you been, Jay?
I would have been in heaven, but I got Disney Plus, so it's the same thing.
Disney Plus.
My kids like Shudder. They're not normal.
Well,
do you know
actually,
what Shudder
Sci-Fi
is?
had a Jurassic Park.
Shudder is a horror movie.
Thing started last night at like 6 o'clock, so I was onto that. Yeah,
I'm just like, hey, close your eyes here. This guy's head gets chopped off.
My kids are like, where?
Yeah, she likes the dinosaurs a little bit too. So, but yeah, she's been doing good. She had a really good day yesterday. So.
I just remember
played in the rain for the first time ever.
Oh, that's a special moment.
But usually she freaks out when she gets wet. She's like, "I'm wet." I'm like, "No." She's out there running around. "Daddy, can I take my shoes off?" I'm like, "Do it."
Heck yeah.
See the rainbow? There was rainbow yesterday.
Yeah,
it was
pretty
pretty
nuts over that.
It was a good one too.
Yeah,
it
was a good one.
Yeah, it was a full one.
So
great radio right now.
Right? Yeah, I know it is. No, but so what have you been?
There's a pot of Lucky Charms at the end of that rainbow.
As far as during Pride Week, which is kind of cool.
As far as sports goes and everything else, I don't know. Have you been able to do anything extra at the TBK since they opened up, or
no? It's to be honest, I'm just kind of waiting for the Yankees to make an official decision on baseball, minor league baseball, what they're doing with us before I decide what my plan is going forward. I don't ever get to be home in the summer, so it's really, really nice to be home right now. I guess that's the one good thing to take out of it. And if they end up, picking up the check and paying us for the rest of the year, I will eventually go back and do some baseball lessons for sure, but probably not as many as I would do because I'm gonna enjoy the time with the family and do some things that I haven't got to do. So
I love that.
All right, before we get to the MLB and the MLBPA. We got to take a look at some of the issues going on around the sports world.
Oh, yeah.
Drew Brees is facing some backlash for his stance on kneeling during the anthem. Here's what he said during an interview with Yahoo Finance. "I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me just tell you what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played and when I look at the flag of the United States. I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II, one in the Army and one in the Marine Corps, both risking their lives to protect our country and try to make our country and this world a better place." He went on to say, every time I stand with my hand over my heart, looking at that flag and singing the national anthem, that's what I think about, and in many cases it brings me to tears, thinking about all that has been sacrificed. Not just those in the military, but for that matter, those throughout the civil rights movements of the 60s and everyone and all that has been endured by so many people up until this point. And is everything right with our country right now? No, it's not. We still have a long way to go, but I think what you do by standing there and showing respect to the flag with your hand over your heart is it shows unity. It shows that we are all in this together. We can all do better and that we are all part of the solution. Did not go over well.
Why? What's wrong with that?
I don't want to get into it. I'm so over the whole.
I think it was. I just think it was. Didn't engage the time very well. I mean, if that's his beliefs, that's his beliefs. But I think that he has to understand what is going on right now, and that it didn't ask him necessarily, about the flag, and I think it's been pretty well documented about why Cap was kneeling. Whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, I'm not even going to get into that. I just think that as a QB in the NFL, you are sidestepping landmines all the time, and it seemed like an easy one to kind of to get around, and he jumped right in it because I don't think it was a great time to go that route.
Well, here's my thought on it. Okay, so we're going to sit there and say that it's all right for Colin Kaepernick to have his opinion, but it's not all right for Drew to have his.
The censorship.
You can stick that right up where the sun don't shine.
What he's saying is he says everybody should stand.
No, that's it.
To show solidarity.
Okay, that's his opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not agreeing with that part of it, but his opinion, as in the reason he feels it, I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
The same way I didn't have a problem with Kaepernick. You remember this, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a problem with what he did. I didn't like it, but he had every right to do it. The same way this man has the right to say what he's got to say.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get out.
You can't fight for freedom of speech for one side and not freedom of speech for the other side. Censorship is not allowed on either side. That's what I believe you were saying.
I'm trying to get. Yeah, I'm just. It's not. Listen,
everybody should be entitled.
Not
to their opinion.
And to his opinion, no, not
sure.
Everybody has to stand.
No.
Everybody has different beliefs.
Absolutely.
Honor and respect them.
Right.
But at the same time, when you ask someone when you're asked what your belief is, I don't believe you should be torn apart for it. I don't believe Kaepernick should have been torn apart.
Shouldn't be ostracized for your opinion. Everybody has a right to their own.
The thing is, Kaepernick was kneeling before he'd already lost his starting job long before he was kneeling. So let's not.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what gets lost in translation. They feel that he's not in the league because of that. Well, probably, but he still wasn't a starter.
No.
And if you're not a starter and you're bringing the hot potato with the whole kneeling thing, all right, you understand that some people are not going to like it.
Bottom line is,
some people are going to be, and no, he's not a player, but fans are going to take the same stance that he did.
And they're allowed to. You can take a stance for whatever side that you.
What was the question again? What was it? Because
it was brought up. Basically, it was. He was asked about NFL players perhaps kneeling again during the national anthem following the death of George Floyd. Yeah. So Yahoo, even though it was Yahoo Finance and it was on like would be a Zoom, he said it on that.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
The question or the interview. I think that in today's climate and knowing exactly what's going on and specifically referencing the Floyd case, it was. He's entitled to that opinion, you're right, and you can't tell him he can't. I just think that in that situation, you might not want to go there. That's at least not the route I would have gone in that situation, just because of where we're at right now. And I think there are some issues that need to be addressed, and I don't think we need to go backwards and revisit that situation. And he brings up kind of an old point that's been hashed out over and over and over again. He's going to have to bring that into his locker room. And I know that there's some of his own teammates have already spoke out against it, and he's going to have those tough conversations as well. And they can work that out between themselves. They're adults.
Right.
But what he said in the end was basically, we all are in this together and we have a long way to go. I don't feel he was being insensitive to the situation. I just think for him, the kneeling on the flag isn't going to be where he says the stance is going to be made.
And it's not.
He's still looking at it as it's a disrespect to the flag when really it had nothing to do about the flag or anything like that. It had to do about raising awareness for police brutality and
well,
and
you know what
racism.
the NFL can do?
Yeah, I know.
Here's the deal. Right now, the NFL has a month for everything, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anti whatever. What
How about
word do we
just tolerance month?
or
not anti?
Or how about tolerance month? Or I'm trying to think what would be the right word to say. But when they have the thing for breast cancer month, they have military month. You can come in and say, hey, let's awareness for brutality month.
You're forgetting you're forgetting who the commissioner is.
Well, I'm saying, why can't they do that? That would be the perfect thing to do. Then that honors the fact that
I wouldn't.
You're addressing the fact of what happened with Kaepernick, and you're saying, yes, Colin, you know what? Eventually, we didn't get it in the beginning, but we got it now.
You do that tolerance thing, and then you leave yourself open to, the place that has to have a Rooney Rule, and then a second version of it. The same league that. The same league that has that 2% of the starting quarterbacks are African American in the league. This is coming from the same league, and now they want tolerance. You're putting yourself up for weird interpretation. And no matter what good you do, what I say earlier, no good deed goes unpunished.
That's true.
No matter what happens there. How many offensive coordinators are minorities? Then we just keep breaking it down there over and over again. It's your heart's in the right spot, but I'm just saying, and they probably will do something like that, but it's still going to be brought up more and more because it just opens the eyes of when it comes to race. His teammates replied saying things like the wide receiver Michael Thomas said, he don't know better. He don't know no better. We don't care if you don't agree or whoever else. How about that? Wide receiver Manuel Sanders wrote, shaking my head, ignorant. Safety Malcolm Jenkins, our communities are under siege and we need help. And what you're telling us is don't ask for help that way. Ask for it a different way. I can't listen to it when you ask that way. We're done asking, Drew. And people who share your sentiments, who express those and push them throughout the world, the airwaves are the problem. And it's unfortunate because I consider you a friend. I looked up to you. You're somebody who I had a great deal of respect for. But sometimes you should shut the F up.
If you don't agree with us, you need to shut the F up. I find that more disgraceful than somebody voicing their opinion, personally. Just because we disagree doesn't mean we can't be friends.
All he had to say was, because he is stuck to his stance, he's never shifted on it, say, I still believe that you should stand for it, and I'm going to continue to, but everybody has in this country, my grandfathers that fought for, have every right to express any way they want to. That's all he needed to really say.
Bingo.
Say, I still believe in it. This is my stance, but it's my personal one. But my grandfathers fought for it.
Or maybe reporters should just quit asking athletes their goddamn opinion.
Because they want to push the agenda and the narrative.
The clicks and everything else.
Because that's all the reporters want.
And
they're up to no good.
Who is reading Yahoo Finance until...
Exactly. Yahoo Finance. I mean, that guy probably...
The clicks went down all through the COVID, and the guy was like, you know what I'm going to do?
The Yahoo Finance guy is probably eating his boogers right now.
At least you can see through that.
He's a season pro. That to me was a layup question.
Yeah.
Just like Jay said, it's like, hey, I believe in standing for the flag, and that's what I'm going to do. But I will stand I will agree with my brothers and how they want to, address their views. I thought it was a layup, and I think he fumbled it.
Yeah,
and some people aren't good on the spot. Some people can't, think thoroughly before they whatever comes out of their mouth. I'm one of them sometimes.
Aaron Rodgers said a few years ago, we were criticized for locking arms in solidarity before the game. It has never been about an anthem or a flag. Not then, not now. Listen with an open heart. Let's educate ourselves and then turn word and thought into action. Finally, apparently now Drew Brees is going to be written out of Space Jam 2. LeBron James wrote, wow, man, is it still surprising at this point? Sure isn't. You literally still don't understand why Cap was kneeling on one knee. Has absolute nothing to do with the disrespect of and our soldiers who keep our land free. My father-in-law was one of those men who fought as well for this country. I asked him questions about it and thank him all the time for his commitment. He never found Cap peaceful protest offensive because he and I both know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. God bless you. I don't know, LeBron. The God bless you part. You seem pretty angry there at the point now.
I really don't ever want to hear what LeBron has to say anyway.
Nope. Same.
Why do I hate LeBron so much?
Because he's a pompous, arrogant.
I don't think I need this stuff over social media. I don't need the Twitter beef, or is this Instagram or whatever else. I think LeBron can have his agent call Drew's agent, and he can be like, "Can we grab a beer and talk about this?"
It's not how things are done anymore. You know,
crazy.
That's the problem.
You could say it is a problem, but if you don't post something on Twitter or Facebook, it didn't happen. Right,
and then you're guilty for not posting something because your silence is deafening.
Social media will be the death of our society.
Well, and
guarantee it.
There. There's so much more to
we're
it.
Damn near there. And thanks a lot, Zuckerberg, you piece of crap.
So stupid.
God, him and whoever that dipwit that started Twitter.
I think they're doing fine.
Yeah, they're doing just fine. I hope they loot their homes. See how they like it.
This is our Friday. Let's get on to better topics.
God, I'm getting pissed.
Yeah, I don't want to get angry. I don't want to get angry.
First thing on the
for God's sakes,
the board.
Because if
no sports, and now we got this.
If you want to get into the whole thing, I mean, I can go off on a tangent for 2 hours about the whole thing, and I can list some facts and some statistics that people aren't going to like about what is said. But that's not what they want to hear. They want to conform to the narrative that is projected by the media, and the media is biased. Period. And it wants to start more problems.
Drew Brees did go on Instagram and say that he completely missed the mark when he did that. He feels bad he wanted to apologize to his friends, teammates, New Orleans, black community, NFL community, anyone I hurt with my comments yesterday.
Do you realize what that man did for the entire town of New Orleans after the thing?
Yes.
And it had nothing to do with skin color?
I know.
He's completely erased at this point.
Okay.
But he did say, he goes, I want to stand by my actions. He said, by the person I am. He said, I hope you guys will just judge me on that. By what I've done as a
people aren't judged on that
human
anymore.
being.
No,
because he did an awful lot.
He's
a good man.
More than an awful lot.
Yeah,
whatever.
More than we ever will for any towns.
All right,
cities.
The NBA has a 22-team restart plan. All right, the NBA plans to send 22 teams to Disney World, the top 13 from the West and the top 9 from the East, for an 8-game regular season beginning July 31st. Followed by a postseason. All right, the top 8 in the traditional playoffs, the top 8 from each conference made it to the playoffs. In this one, there'll be a play-in tournament. If the 9 seed is within 4 games of the number 8 spot, a play-in tournament will be held between the 2 teams. A 22-team format that includes regular season games is worth several $100 million more in revenue than the 16-team straight playoffs to begin, league sources told ESPN. They're going to propose this 22-team plan at a meeting today, and if approved, you'll get it. It will then have to get the green light from the Players Association. They will be at Disney World. They will not shower there. They have to go back to the hotels.
They have to go to the Grand Floridian.
Yes.
What do you mean? They can't shower
at the facilities? Facilities.
That's a correctional facility.
Bench players would sit in spread out rows, and inactive players would watch from the stands. Players can't bring guests to Orlando until the playoffs.
Okay. So we're basically watching. Oh, we're going to hear a lot of cuss words.
I hope
so.
If approved across the board, the league will have a few months to get their affairs in order and lock down arrangements for the season restart at Disney World. But this would extend the playoffs into mid-October, meaning the offseason will only last a few months if the league wants to begin around Christmas time, which is what we've been saying for a long time, that the NBA will now be NBA Finals will now be a July-August thing instead of our June that we're used to.
Yeah.
It's going to make a lot of money. That's for certain. People are going to be interested in it. It's not like NBA is not like baseball. They don't have the old white dudes who don't want change. And that's exactly what it is. That's the problem with baseball. I mean, you just wait till that universal DH stuff comes up. In the collective bargaining agreement in 2021, people are going to lose their minds.
What do you think about it? You think it's going to happen?
For the universal DH?
You think it's going to stick, though? I think it's going to stick.
I do. Yeah, I'm a baseball purist, but from a managerial standpoint, I like the chess match that goes on with having no DH, to be honest. But I just think that people want to see home runs and want to see dudes hit balls, and it makes the game easier. It makes it flow.
You
won't have as many
people's
pitching
careers,
change. You know, you're doing double switches and you're bringing in a new pitcher every time the pitcher comes up. So I think it will be. I mean, that's one of the things that they first agreed on in the shortened season. It was the universal DH for this year. So I don't think it's going to be a big point. I think it's going to stick when this all happens again. So
Leah's going to lose her mind.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lose anything. I'm not even listening to what you guys are saying.
The reason why there was more teams from the West coming in the NBA than in the East is because the Wizards are only
because they had winning records.
Well, the Wizards don't have a winning record. Neither does the Orlando Magic or the Brooklyn Nets, and they're the 7 and 8 in the East. But Wizards are within 6 games of the 8th spot, whereas in the West, the Spurs are within 5 games of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Where do they? So they're playing out in Orlando, but how many are they playing there? At Disney. So how many games are going a day? And
they're gonna figure all that stuff out, but I hope they run all day. They can, I mean, obviously they can. Let's see if I have do I have a map here of what it's supposed to look like? I know we looked at the thing, like the Disney, and where it would be, obviously the ESPN Wildwood
So if
Sports.
LeBron wins the title this year, does it count? Or does it have an asterisk?
Well,
that's a good point, though.
I think it's a figurative asterisk. I think anything that happens this year, people are going to try to say it's,
It's an assumed asterisk?
Yeah, it's an assumed asterisk. Because it's always going to be, hey, who won the NBA in the COVID year? Oh, that's no matter what.
I mean, are they the favorites, or is it?
It's a season
is
because
it still Kawhi.
Remember the 8 game that
think of all the time Kawhi's had to rest now.
Remember what I? Remember what I told you?
He should be so healthy come playoff time.
You know why there's 8 games, right?
Yeah, to get the rust off.
To get to 70 games.
Yeah.
Every team invited here, 8 games gets them to 70 games.
Yeah.
Now, these teams that are losing, like Timberwolves are going to lose money, Golden State Warriors are going to lose money, Phoenix Suns are going to lose money, all because they're not going to get to their 70 games. Thus, they are breaking the contract that they have with their regional sports networks.
Well, sucks to be crappy at basketball, huh?
Oh.
Yeah. Don't do it over and over again. Get it together, Bulls.
Sorry.
Get it together, MJ down to Charlotte.
Sorry, I don't sound so... I don't care. They lost so much money. You guys must suck.
It's gonna be interesting to see odds for this when it comes out.
Who's your favorite? Who wins?
All right, give me the list. Where are we at? We have
All
the
right,
Lakers?
in the West, Lakers are leading. All right.
Okay.
They have a 49-14 record.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
My earphones.
The Mavs.
Mavs are right now. They're looking at being the 7th seed. They're pretty much
49
locked.
and what?
Do it.
49-14.
All right, keep going.
Clippers 44-20. Nuggets 43-22.
Whoa.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Nuggets.
Jazz 41-23.
Okay, I like Donovan though.
Oklahoma City, OKC 40-24.
Okay.
Houston Rockets 40-24.
Okay.
Mavs 40-27.
Okay.
And the Grizzlies 32-33. Now, do you want me to give you the 5 on the outside looking in?
Well, no. What's the East? Just
Okay,
give me the top two.
Just the top two. Yeah, the Bucks are 53-12. The Raptors 46-18. And then I'll give you the Celtics at 43-21. What's interesting here?
All right.
Just hold on. What I like here is I liked the 76ers Celtics in a 3-6 first round, just because of the history. I still like the Celtics in that, but I think the East is pretty much chalk across the board.
All this time off is really going to make a huge difference. I mean,
for sure.
We got people that are going to be. I mean, this instantly makes the Clippers a lot better of a team.
If the Bucks win the first 2 out and clinch the first seed, do they sit for 6 games? Do they rest?
No. They're playing.
They're 6.5 up right now.
Way.
They win the first 2 and they're like, we're resting.
We're done.
Now they got to get their legs.
I mean, the Bucks are.
They're rack on house arrest.
I think
Is it the Greek Freaks' time to win this one?
Bucks Lakers.
Lakers.
I have a hard time.
Clips.
I have a hard time going against LeBron, man. I am a Michael Jordan through and through, but you can't discredit LeBron and just how great he is.
At the game, as a person, not so much.
we said we can separate the two, and
yes,
but he
we can. We're adults. We can do that.
But the West is so stacked. I mean, this is not. I don't know. I mean, the thing is that Mavs team is pretty good, and they're only have 40 wins.
I know that.
And they're really good. By the way, they're
going to be really good for some years to come too.
The Clipper team is good. There's some people on that Rockets team that can put the basket.
I don't think I'm going to watch basketball. I don't think.
I'm going to watch this.
Just like you don't watch baseball anymore. I think I'm done with NBA.
I'm going to watch this.
I definitely think the Bucks come out,
especially if they're mic'd up.
If they're mic'd up, okay, then I'm watching.
Yeah,
that's the deal breaker right there. If they're not mic'd trash,
yes. I can't wait for that.
I'm gonna go Bucks Clippers.
Bucks Clips. Okay.
I'm gonna go Bucks Clips, and no matter what, I'm giving it to the Bucks.
Wow.
The East is gonna win 2 in a row.
Whoa.
I don't know if I'd give anything to the
Greek
Bucks.
freak.
I'm gonna laugh though when you got like players from opposing teams having a glass of wine in someone's hotel room and they put it out on like Instagram and everybody goes fired up like, you should not be having a glass of wine with the opposing
Michael
team.
would have never done that with Isaiah.
Never done that.
MJ, he killed careers. He didn't blow him up and make him better. He killed him.
It's gonna happen.
He went out and golfed with Danny Ainge.
Right.
Come on, well, we'll have to correct everybody. Golf with Danny Ainge, and then yeah,
would have never. You saw The Last Dance. He called people out in hotel rooms. He said, no chicks over there, no blow for me over there, no marijuana over there. I'm just a rookie, but no. And he went to hotel rooms and he said, Rodman, get out of there with Carmen Electra. We got basketball to play. MJ would never do that. Disrespectful
you
to
sure
the
he didn't stop and just look for a second? I mean, it was naked Carmen Electra. Let's be honest.
I'm assuming you like
I'm
assuming you like The Last Dance.
Just kidding.
I loved it.
Even I'd be like, hello.
I grew up, obviously the later 90s is what I remember the most, but we grew up Bulls fans, we grew up Michael Jordan fans, and so that's
right.
That was my childhood. And so
Same.
nothing's going to touch that. Like no one, I don't even get into arguments about LeBron and MJ because to me, I am too biased, and I will acknowledge that. I'm going to be Michael Jordan no matter what. So
that's
there
right,
is,
boy.
I can't even give you a good argument. I'm sorry. It's just Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So.
Would Michael have made it to the pros?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Really?
Yeah, I do. Because let's take away the actual baseball side of it, which was pretty amazing what he was able to do, not picking up a bat for however many years and going out and hitting 250 in the Arizona Fall League. That's impressive. But the money that they would make by putting him in a uniform and putting him out there, like you're going to make an outrageous amount of money. That's why I still say that Tim Tebow makes it to up to the big leagues if he continues to do this. He might have made it last year, but they made a run and he was hurt. But then they made a run and got at least close to that wild card in contention for a little bit. But if they weren't and he was healthy, I bet he gets that cup of coffee.
Then we can yell, "Go Tebow, go Tebow!" No,
yeah, sure.
Hey, what do you know?
Right.
Hey, you're entitled to
average pop fly, sacrifice fly to right field. T-Roy's on third. Could MJ throw him out on tag out at home?
Yes.
He doesn't have that good of an arm, though. That was the thing. He didn't want to play right field.
I'm not that fast anymore.
I'm just saying. I think you can make it. I don't know.
Hey, now, you know how Serrano in Major League says Jesus can't hit a curveball? I beg to differ. I think Tebow can hit a curveball.
Yeah.
See? Take that, Serrano.
But I'm talking about MJ, though, yeah. And his arm. All right, let's take a quick break and talk with Tyson about the MLB and the MLBPA, what's going on with them.
Okay. Van's Pizza and More is now open by the Plex at the corners of Middle and Forest Grove Roads. They have outstanding specials on the Van's Pizza you love. All you got to do is call 563-232-1396, and they're going to have it hot and ready for you to pick up, or it can be delivered. Their hours are 11 to 9 daily. And right now, the specials, Jay, we're still doing some COVID specials for everyone, Bird.
COVID.
That's right. $5 cheeseburger basket, a $7 double cheeseburger basket, $5 personal pizza, $7 personal specialty, $9 for any medium, or $12 for any large. Once again, that phone number is 563-232-1396. Vans Pizza and More, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
We will get our momentum back. Our business is back, our smiles back, ourselves back. Because that's what this community does. At First Midwest Bank, we want to thank our colleagues for doing everything they can to help our clients and our communities get through this. Because we are all in this together. And together, we will get our momentum back. First Midwest Bank. Visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
This is the Dan Levitar Show on ESPN Radio.
Stugatz, did you read any of the Ramona Shelbourne reporting on how the documentary got made? Because there were some interesting and funny details in that story. Did you see it?
No, Dan, I tried to. Now, listen, this is making an excuse because I don't like to read, but I tried to go into this thing with as little information as possible, okay?
That's your life. That's your life motto in general. Like, that's how you do everything. That's how you do this show. Put it on the poll, Guillermo. Should it say on Stugatz's tombstone, I tried to go into this thing with as little information as possible?
I found that adorable that you tried to position that as some sort of new thing that you were trying out this time around.
It's just it is the chromosome that you have that afflicts you with laziness. There is no vaccine for that.
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Golf season is here. Hidden Hills is open and waiting to take your reservations. This is a great time to come out and practice your game. The rounds at Hidden Hills are fast, and the rates at Hidden Hills are low. If you're interested in a golf league, we'll help hook you up. Join us for one of our many outings throughout the year. There's plenty of fun for all levels of playing experience. Call 332-5616 today. Your golf game will thank you for the extra practice. Call Hidden Hills today, 332-5616. There's no better time to play than today.
Golick and Wingo.
Jason Fitz in for Trey with Mike Golick Jr.
Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are back. Hell yes. Bad Boys for life.
I need to see that one. I haven't seen it yet.
I know. You know what? I want to honor the franchise, right? Like Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys 2 was such like a pivotal part of my childhood. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. And Martin Lawrence gained a little weight for this one.
Yeah, I saw the previews on it. I'm not sure.
He did it for the role, right?
I hope, because you know when you're going to start filming, right? I mean, you can do something about it, couldn't you? You're going to be on a big screen.
I mean, do you care though? At that point, you got Martin Lawrence money. You got Martin Lawrence money. I'm walking in. I'm like, guys, I'm a little plump right now. It's
not like The Rock, where like being Martin Lawrence isn't predicated on your physique looking some type.
Tell me the first time The Rock shows up on screen looking plump. Okay. Make sure you let me know when that happens.
Oh, God.
Golick and Wingo. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
And now, let's welcome to the podium the only real candidate for president, the man with the best service record and the best ride in town.
I'm Mark Grenium, Grenny's Motorcycle Clinic, and I'm running for president with the party people, the People's Party. And when I'm elected, I guarantee your life will be so much better. Indian motorcycles will have their own separate lanes on all highways. All accessories for Indian motorcycles will be free with a government subsidy. Read my lips. The other guys are jerks, so vote for me.
Cast your vote at Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf.
Someone will approve this message.
Indian and Indian motorcycles are registered trademarks of Indian Motorcycle International, LLC. Always wear a helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing, and obey the speed limit, and never ride under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Talk about the Cubs, Bears, and all the local sports every day with Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, noon to 2. For the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, we're back and about ready to quit the show because Jay's blasphemous.
We're going to talk about this about 1:25, whatever else. We'll call Jeff. Tyson wants to stick around for this nonsense he can, but last week I had you guys watch Space Jam, and we talked to a movie critic out in Portland, and Jeff, he's from this area, but he's got some free time too, and he actually recommended Diggstown, and you like it, and I watched it, and we'll get to that.
Yeah,
Tyson
wants
to stick around, hang out with us to listen to this, and throw his 2 cents in.
We'll have a real movie critic tell you where you're wrong.
All right. It is June 4th.
You need to work out your eyes a little more, apparently.
Well, okay. On this date, in 1927, the first Ryder Cup was played. 93 years ago today, the U.S. beat Great Britain in the first Ryder Cup 9.5 to 2.5 at Worcester Country Club in Massachusetts.
Take that.
Go USA.
Take that, you blimies.
Though the format has changed through the years, it has remained the same since 1979, with 28 possible points and 14.5 required to win. 16 points are available through foursomes, 2-on-2 matches played on Friday and Saturday, and 12 in singles on Sunday. The host alternates each cycle between U.S. and the European Golf Club. The only 4 cups to be canceled were during World War II, 1939, 41, 43, 45. In 2001, Ryder Cup was pushed back to 2002 in the wake of 9/11, and since then, it's occurred on even-numbered years instead of odd. This year, it's scheduled to be up in September at Whistling Straits in Wisconsin. A final decision on its fate is expected by the end of June.
Jay, name something controversial that happened at Whistling Straits during a U.S. Open.
1999. Payne Stewart walked in front of someone's path during reading a putt.
It's good.
Good guess, though, wasn't it? Yeah. What?
Dustin Johnson grounded his club in the hazard and hence lost the U.S. Open.
I thought this was Ryder Cup trivia.
No.
Oh, I didn't know.
Whistling Straits trivia.
I thought it was Ryder Cup trivia.
No. Well,
that's why I guessed that.
Yeah, I said, what happened at Whistling
So
Straits?
DJ did that?
DJ did it. It would have been his first. It would have been his first
I don't follow
major
golf.
win, but instead he had to take a penalty and lost.
DJ. Is that one where he was up by a lot and then?
I can't remember how much he was up by, but it ended up making
Which
him
is
lose.
that was the there was the Masters one where the guy was up by a lot and then he blew
And then
it.
is the next one he fell down the stairs?
It was very shortly after
very
that.
short because he was really really good and everyone's like and then he fell down the stairs.
Might have been
Had the bad
He
back.
liked to party a little bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
Isn't he married to Gretzky's
daughter? Yeah, she's not ugly at all.
What was
Her
it?
mom is Janet Jones.
Janet Jones.
From
American
American
Gothic.
Anthem.
American Anthem. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about a looker later on. We talk about Heather Graham.
She was also in the Flamingo Kid, by the way, too.
Look at this.
Yeah, see?
I don't even know why we talk. I don't know why we talk sports anymore.
Right?
Like,
I
we
mean,
just do
by the
movies.
way, if we're gonna do movies, that's another one. It's
got nothing to do with sports.
Flamingo Kid.
What does that have to do with sports? Cards?
Gambling.
I like
Cards.
gambling.
There you go. Flamingo Kid's our next one.
I think that part was originally supposed to go to Ralph Macchio.
Well, he sucks, man. It went to Matt Damon. Or not
Or
Damon,
Matthew. I'm sorry.
Matt Dillon.
No, it was originally supposed to go to Matthew Broderick.
Oh, God, Ferris.
He's terrible.
Yeah.
That's
sorry.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Ferris passed out at 51 flavors.
Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association are not getting along. Go figure. It's a shocker.
Right.
I know, Tyson.
Yeah.
But you're in the know.
Tyson's
You
in
know
the
what's-
middle of this crap.
You know what's going on.
Poor guy can't go to work because of these guys.
Go first to COVID. Now you
He's
guys
like,
can't
why don't
get
you guys
along.
figure it out? I kind of want to coach or do something here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get this question a lot from like your friends and family? And they're like, "Hey, you millionaire, how come you can't go to work?" And you're like, "Wait, that's not me."
I was gonna say, wait, that's not me. No, yeah, I get it all the time. Yeah, I get talked about it all the time. And I side right now. I side with the players. I do. I mean, we don't have to have baseball. I would love to. I want to go back to work. We don't have to have baseball for this world to continue to go. And so, take everything that's going on, take it out of the equation. Now these guys are negotiating, and it seems like the owners are trying to take advantage of the situation to an extent. They know that they've got the court of public opinion on their side because we all want baseball, and if we don't have baseball, it's obviously the players' fault. And I have a hard time with that, and I think that if we go through some things, like the last couple of years, baseball has made a crazy amount of money, more money than they've ever made. The average major league salary actually has decreased over the last 2 years. Yes, the minor league or the major league minimum pay is like $525,000 right now, which is a crazy amount of money. But you got to realize that you have to be in the big leagues for 3 full years before you make arbitration and you can actually sign a contract that's going to be life-changing money. Not many people get there. Not many people at all get to that point. A lot of people don't even get more than about a year and a half service time. they're up, down, sideways. So you're thinking, over a 5-year major league career where you get parts of 3 seasons, you don't get to arbitration. You make for 5 years anywhere between, I don't know, say $150,000 to $300,000 for 5 years. Lots of money for 5 years, but then what do you do after that?
Right.
A lot of these guys don't have. So, yeah, you look at Garrett Cole, who got all the money. You look at, Aaron Judge, who's going to get all the money. Mookie Betts, who got all the money. Those guys are in the minority of guys that actually get this crazy amounts of money. There's plenty of people I know that have been up there that don't get this life-changing money. They don't.
So...
Sorry, off my soapbox.
No,
I love it.
Hey,
soapboxes are my favorite.
You know all that stuff I've been saying about the players for 3 weeks? He just wrapped that up in about 270 seconds.
That's why his name is Tyson.
A lot better than I've been doing.
That's why his name is Tyson. He knocks it out right
15
away.
days. Boom. I'm with the players.
You gotta ring the bell, ding.
Go, and I know you have owners with the Yankees, and you wait for that. But you look at things like you have like the
I'm
Twins.
just tired of them both arguing.
The Twins are going to pay their minor leaguers, and then the national players said that we're going to pool our money, pay the minor leaguers, and then the Nationals came back and said, whoa, you guys aren't just the only ones. We're getting involved in this. But then you get someone like the Oakland Athletics owner who says we're not paying, and the guy's worth $2 billion, and what he would be paying out is yeah, and he won't pay, and he didn't pay his annual rent.
Nope.
Yeah.
We talked about this the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, and Mina Kimes did this on 2 days ago, 2 days ago, on her ESPN podcast, and she did the math how much it costs, and it's like someone who's got $100,000 in the bank not wanting to give up $50.
Mm-hmm.
That's the percentage wise that he doesn't to pay out the minor leaguers.
Puke emoji.
So that's where when you talk about the minor leaguers, when it's owners versus players, they only really have about 5 to 7 years to make their money, where these guys own these things for a while. You also said the court of public opinion, which is right, and that's something that Trevor Bauer is saying, that their owners' negotiation tactics is to leak it somehow, that we're going to present it to Major League, and the Major League is then going to present it to the baseball players. And then what they do after that, that's up to the players, because look at this great plan we have before it even gets to like Major League Baseball to go to the MLBPA. And that's what Trevor Bauer is saying. He's like, that's not right. You've already made us feel guilty because you leak it, and the public opinion is like, and it was like 2 weeks ago Monday, like everyone's like, baseball's back. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's not.
Slow your roll.
Yeah.
Slow your roll.
And then it's a matter of the whole thing where then the players said, all right, we'll do 114 games. We'll keep the prorated, and we'll have extended playoffs for 2 years. And the owners are like, no. Too many games without people there. And I do think it's the owners that are going to have to sit here, and they're going to have to be the ones that buckle in this. They're going to have to blink.
They're the ones.
Well, yeah, they're acting like that. Oh, I can't lose money. Well, guess what? Everyone
they have more money than anybody.
If they keep it up, they're going to lose the whole season. Then they lose everything.
I think there's only. I really think there's only 3 options.
Yeah,
it's like their ego's going to cost them everything, if not just a little. I mean, you
think there's only 3 options. They cancel the season and they just don't do it. The owners blink, or they go to mediation. Here's what the owners don't want to do. They don't want to go to mediation because they don't want to open up those books.
No.
Because the Players Association is saying like, well, you gave us the numbers and said you're losing this much during game, but prove it. And they do not want to show how much money they're doing. So it's down now to 2 things. The owners blink, or there's no season.
There's no season.
There's no season.
I don't think there's a season.
There's no season.
I'm more optimistic. I think there'll be a season at the end of the day.
I hope for you there is.
I'm rooting for your poll, Tyson. We want to see you guys back.
The minor leagues is a whole difference here. We're talking Major League Baseball right now. I mean, obviously, I want to be optimistic about the minor league season, but if you don't have a Major League season starting until July, that means it's very, very bleak for minor league baseball. So fingers crossed that we can figure it out, because I would like to go back to work. I enjoy work.
That's how you get paid.
Yeah.
Your team, is it on any list whatsoever of possible contraction of minor league baseball?
Yeah.
Your team was?
Yeah. So the minor league contraction
okay.
is tough. It's tough right now because with COVID, it's giving Major League Baseball the power to kind of push forward some of contraction that they might not have been able to push through. Because it's giving them an excuse. we can't pay them. Look, we've already had to take the draft from 40 rounds to 5, and they're going to do that again. So this year is going to be able to get a lot of things done for Major League Baseball that they wanted to. That you're going to see contraction. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how many teams it's going to be, but you will see contraction. You're going to see fewer draft rounds this year, obviously, and again next year.
25.
For
Tyson,
sure.
Let me ask you real quick on the draft round thing. Don't they understand that that's detrimental to baseball?
100. I don't know. You're 100% correct. That is terrible
You're
for our game.
depleting the amount of players that you have to
Right.
pool.
Do they care is the question, really.
You're just you as an owner, you're ruining your own investment.
Right. I mean, you get 11.7
I agree.
scholarships for NCAA baseball for 25 roster spots. And now you're going to cut down the possibility of going to be drafted and even signed by Major League Baseball exponentially. You're cutting that down. What's the incentive to go to a prestigious university and then have to pay $45,000 to $50,000 to $60,000 to play baseball when there's going to be really no future? That's what I love about baseball, is because it doesn't matter if you're Jose Altuve or Aaron Judge. You can be 4'2" or 7 feet tall, and somewhere in between. You have a chance. You can go to college to play baseball, and you have a chance.
Right.
You got a chance. And when they continue to cut it down and cut it down and cut it down, it's going to be based off of projectability, your numbers. It's going to go a lot about analytics, and some of these guys that would have got an opportunity to show that they can belong, or that opportunity is going to be kind of taken from them with contracting the numbers of
Doesn't make
minor league
sense to
baseball.
me. It just I can't see it, and they can't tell me there's not money in it.
Well, there's money in it.
I mean, here's the deal: they don't have to worry about quote unquote. They give the players to the River Bandits.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
they pay the salaries. So
yeah, but they don't have to worry about what's going on at the stadium. The local, you know what I mean? That owner of the Astros doesn't have to worry about if he's making a profit here in the Quad Cities. Here's the players; they got a place to play.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think too that plays into the player salaries at the minor leagues, plays into it at the big league level too, because you sign a contract and they've got your rights for like 7 years, and so for 7 years in the minor leagues, you're making next to no money. And I know the arguments, well, you don't have to play. You're right, but a lot of people, this is my way of life, and so these guys are playing and they want to continue to play, and so they make this minor league money of next to nothing. And then when they finally get to free agency after 7 years, you can become a minor league free agent and you can sign a contract for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, whatever it is, because that's kind of the going rate, roughly 10. They just go ahead and they release you. So you can go for 5 years in the minor leagues, and then you get another 5 years of up and down big league time where you're spending a couple of days in the big leagues and then back down, up and down, and up and down. And it's just it's a tough life, and it's hard to make a living if you can't make that amount of that money. And I know it seems like a lot of money, but once it's gone, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
Right.
So it's tough seeing some of these taken away from guys. And we just went through it. We just released 45 players for the Yankees the other day, and having to reach out to some of those guys that were on that list and make sure that they're okay and see how they're doing and what they're going to do, because right now they don't really have another option.
Yeah, where do you go from there? That's all you know. Baseball's all you know.
And if you're looking at contraction in your face and you're looking at COVID and maybe not having a season, I didn't have much advice for them except for, call me if you need anything. I can do whatever. I can try to do whatever I can for you.
It's terrible. This is America's favorite pastime.
Yeah.
It's just, it's heartbreaking. I don't like any of it. Dislike button.
Well, it just boils down to greed, I think, and it's. I get that Mookie Betts is worth a lot of money, and I get that the owners want to make money, but I mean, you should be able to come to an agreement where a guy doesn't have to starve to death.
Mookie Betts.
I can see you thinking.
Mookie Betts, if they cancel the season, Mookie Betts can technically become a free agent after this year and never play a single inning for the Dodgers.
Yep.
They make this trade for him. Take on a large portion of a salary.
Just got interesting.
And he can become a free agent and go back to Boston And Boston's out of not very much.
The Yankees will take him.
Well, that's an ultimate stick it to the Red Sox.
Well, I would like to see the Cubs do something.
Yeah.
If they want me back, they better do something by next year. Otherwise,
right?
I'm done. I'm so done with baseball right now.
I
That's the
know.
thing, is I'm like a fan. There's still that little kid in me that wants to root and wants to cheer for these guys. And I'm like, they're all kids to me, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, I love this guy. He looks good, or he's great. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But when you're just seeing this and you're like...
It's sad.
I mean, the Ricketts family, they're not that cool. Let's be honest. They got a World Series, but they're not really cool.
He had a comment the other day.
Yeah, he did.
What was it about that?
We don't have much money because we've put it all back into our stadium, so we're not hoarding lots of cash. Well, that was your business plan, so you put that all back into the stadium. That's great. It's making it better, but just don't.
You also
don't cry
bought
that
everything
you spent all your
around
money.
Wrigley Field too, Ricketts. So don't give me that garbage that you put it into your field. You bought everything around Wrigley. Everything around Wrigley. And by the way, that's not cheap.
No. And that's your business plan. That's fine.
Yeah,
but don't,
Ricketts,
don't cry
I
about
don't
not
care how
having
you spend your money, but don't come certainly don't come crying to me about it.
Yeah, blame the governor for that one for being shut down.
You voted for him, Ricketts.
The Iowa high school baseball season is going to be starting in a week from Monday. They just opened it back up. The MAC, Mississippi Athletic Conference, voted to only have varsity only. Of course, some parents are going to be upset. They took it out on coaches, saying like, "This is a terrible, way to build a program." But when it's Mississippi athletic directors all voted on it, that's not the coach's problem. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's all or nothing. My problem with it, it's like, they want baseball back so bad, and they're willing to do it for the varsity kids. What's another 25 kids for a junior varsity team or whatever they want to call it?
Right.
It's to me, it's all or nothing. Like, let if you're gonna let the kids play and open up, because those kids that aren't gonna go play, they're gonna go down the street to TBK or their local hitting facility, and they're gonna hit and they're gonna play and they're gonna be around exactly what they would be if they were at the high school. And you know what? I'm on the other side of it too. If they would have come out and said absolutely no high school season this year, I'd have been like, I would have been fine with it too. Like, just don't give me this half, just the varsity guys, because I'm open it all up, let everybody play, because those guys are gonna go play. They're gonna go somewhere and they're gonna play. You're gonna have TBK that's gonna have tournaments for 8, 9, 10-year-olds. But
Jay, I came up with an idea.
So
I know it's not Wednesday, but you know what we should do?
What's that?
Get a hold of your boy from WWF.
Okay, which one?
Vince McMahon.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Okay. He likes to start new leagues, right?
He does.
Here's the deal. No one's ever tried to compete with Major League Baseball. Now's the time.
Now's the time.
I got the name of the league.
Oh, here we go.
BLB, Big League Baseball.
Big League Baseball sounds like a... By the way, there
like
is...
Big League Chew.
Real quick.
Okay.
There is somebody in this room who has been to an XFL game.
Tyson?
Is that Mr. Ty over there?
Yeah.
He's
I'm just saying.
I text you. I
You
see your
did,
picture, right?
Yeah.
We
Mr.
can
Easy to look
form
at
this.
over there.
He's in the thing game.
And we start this league out right. You and I become commissioners.
Okay.
And first of all, we drop it down to this. There was a 50-50 revenue split right from the start.
Okay.
Yeah. And that goes all the way down to our minor leagues. There's going to be a lot of parks open, apparently, if they start contracting these things. And that goes all the way down to minor leagues players. They got to make sure these guys are having a living wage. We do this right way.
Yeah, you're not.
We have a strong.
You're not that far off.
Do you see his doodle over here? I mean, he even put it in big bubble letters.
Oh yeah,
He's
I'm
serious.
trying to come up with my logo too. Don't worry, I'm going to be drawing my logo quick.
You know I draw, so
But I don't think you
for
compete with Major League Baseball. I think you open up and you do some kind of other parallel minor league organization.
It's going to start small, but then eventually we sign our Herschel Walker.
Oh.
Or our Tyson.
Or
Yes.
your Kyler Murray, just
We need
come on, man.
Tyson.
Just come in and play in the offseason.
Tyson can be on my team. I'm gonna.
Speaking of teams in the fall, Tyson, if you're around, we have to play softball.
Yes, let's do it.
Definitely, you'll be on. We'll go down our team. We'll go up to
text me, call me.
Absolutely,
Let's do it.
Come on.
No, yeah, we'll go up. Those guys with their flat bills and their striped pants will laugh at him and just get after him. We'll play ball.
Well, you gonna make fun of flat bills, Jay?
It's not that. I think we've had these conversations.
Cargo shorts.
I don't wear cargo shorts.
I do every day. I tell him he looks like a frat boy every day.
So did you. I don't know what that means.
30 years ago.
I'm sandwiched by frat boys. Every day.
See, here's the logo, Jay. It's just a bat and a ball right there.
Do you want me to actually sketch this up for you tonight?
Huh?
I can do that.
And then what happens if something doesn't go your way? Do you say, I'm taking my logo and going home? Because it's a bat and a ball.
Oh, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
This is all my idea.
You can even put a glove over here in the corner, too. Right there. Bat, ball, and a glove. Maybe we got it.
Give me 8 cities right
there.
now.
There's my logo.
Give me 8 cities right now that you're thinking of starting this in.
Oh, the 8 cities? First of all, you got to go New York.
Chicago.
You got to go Chicago.
Are these major league teams?
Yeah, where are you going to get these? I think you got to go.
You just let Big Troy handle this.
All right. Cities we're starting in.
Big Daddy knows
LA,
what he's doing.
Wisconsin, sleeper town right there.
St.
They
Louis.
love their sports.
Where?
Madison.
Oh, of course.
They love their sports.
We'll throw one in Madison.
There you go.
Yes.
I played
Madison.
a summer out there. It was nuts.
I lived in Milwaukee. They love their
So you
sports
thinking
too.
I'm starting too big with these New Yorks?
Yeah.
I think Omaha is one.
Yeah. Omaha.
Because the new stadium, that's not where the Royals
All
play.
right, so you want to go smaller.
Omaha.
Right, so Omaha.
Omaha, definitely.
Madison.
And they're called the Omaha Crows because of the Counting Crows song Omaha. I'm just throwing it out.
Stop it.
Wow. All right.
You knocked that off
All
right
right,
now.
should we make it all Midwest? And then we'll
We
expand
could.
from there.
We could.
Just make it grow from the heart.
Sure. Omaha,
All right.
Quad Cities, Madison.
Omaha, Quad Cities.
Wisconsin. Minnesota, my bad. Are we going to do...
Rochester.
They've got St. Paul's got the
All right,
got the
do
spot.
St. Paul.
St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Let's see. What else can we do? What other city? Ooh, let's go a little bit. It's getting to Missouri. What can we do down in Missouri?
St. Louis?
Should we do St. Louis? Or
Louis?
there's got to be something like, what's the capital of Missouri?
Jefferson City.
Yeah, all right, we'll go JC. Jefferson City.
Is that in the Ozarks? We need Ozarks.
No, it is.
Yeah, we need boaters.
I think it's right outside the Ozarks.
All right, so there's 5 teams. We need how many? 8 more? 3 more to make 8? All right.
Give me your list real quick. Omaha.
We got Omaha, Madison, the Quad Cities, St. Paul, Jefferson City.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Illinois. Let's throw one in
Indianapolis.
Peoria.
Indianapolis.
Peoria.
You say Indianapolis?
Yeah.
All
They
right.
need something out there.
Peoria, no.
Indy.
They got a AAA team.
Well, yeah, let's just skip
I know,
Illinois
but
altogether because you
Peoria.
never
I
know if
was
that
born in
city will
Peoria.
ever be
I'm not
open.
a fan.
Iowa City. Let's throw one in Iowa City.
Yeah, my dad lives out there. Let's
I
do
love
that.
Iowa City.
I
Obviously,
like it.
obviously biased.
Coral Ridge Mall. My dad
I take Iowa
runs
City
that
before.
mall.
I take Iowa City before Des Moines. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I would.
It's our league.
But
could
we already
usually-
got one in the Quad Cities, so let's just wait.
I'm already exhausted. This
All
is
right,
exhausting.
How about,
Running a
let's see,
baseball
anything?
chain is exhausting.
Running a baseball.
Running an imaginary baseball league is just.
Woo! I need somebody to fan me and feed me grapes. Now I get why their egos are so big.
All right, we'll keep working on it. We got to take a break, though. All right. We come back. Tyson, you want to stick around with us while we talk about this movie for a little bit, or you got to go?
No, I would love to stick around, but I gotta go.
He's
All right,
got a
buddy.
4.5-year-old material.
I know. Got to go.
I'm down to-
hey,
I
thank you
got
so
2 more
much for your
cities.
time. We'll get you back in real soon so you can get a break.
Thanks,
get
brother.
in your-
Hopefully you get back to work soon.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming
you
in
guys.
and easing my eyes after looking at these two for weeks.
I do feel bad.
Settle down, succubus. Good Lord.
Every time he's like,
She's
Tyson
a
coming in, I'm like,
succubus, Tyson.
oh no, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
She's
Whatever will I do?
She's straight from
What
hell.
do I look at? Okay. Tim Hernandez wants you to focus on new and fun ways to get fit for yourself and your family. ID Life wants you to be healthier, have more energy, get better sleep, and achieve more focus. ID Life is a health and wellness company that is revolutionizing the industry with customized nutrition. The ID Life name stands for Individually Designed Life and was founded on the principle that no two people are alike, just like Jay, Troy, and Tyson. So everyone has unique nutritional needs.
Such a
Tim
jackass.
Hernandez is your guy in the Quad Cities to offer you personalized guidance that is tailored specifically to your health factors and personal goals. Do you have health problems that may be holding you back, like we all do in this studio? The doctors and scientists develop what nutrients you should be taking and what supplements will benefit you the most. Go to qchealth.idlife.com to sign up for an unconditional, no questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee. Call Tim Hernandez today at 563-508-7221 so he can show you that what makes ID Life different is you.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us for Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
We will get our momentum back. Our business is back, our smiles back, ourselves back. Because that's what this community does. At First Midwest Bank, we want to thank our colleagues for doing everything they can to help our clients and our communities get through this. Because we are all in this together. And together, we will get our momentum back. First Midwest Bank. Visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
Sweet strawberry icing. You were strolling along in goodwill when just past that mid-century side table and denim jacket you spotted them, nestled in their display case. Miniature donut earrings. Oh, yes! Yes! Your favorite half-breakfast pastry, half-all-day dessert food, made into your favorite form of ear candy. Oh my. Those bejeweled sprinkles have satisfied some unknown hunger within you. Shh, do you smell that? That's the sugary scent of shopping success. For this is Goodwill. And with every item you buy, you fund local job training and more. So go forth. Bring home those donut earrings. And bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
We've all spent a lot of time at home lately. Has the look of your kitchen and bath been wearing on you? Time to complete the home renovation of your dreams. And for this, you need an all-star. You need to call Mike at All-Star Home Services. Check out their past transformations at all-starhomeservices.com. With financing available and $500 off your complete kitchen or bath project for a limited time. Call now. All-Star Home Services, 563-299-3786. Or visit all-starhomeservices.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Iowa Army National Guard. Aired by the Iowa Broadcasters Association and this station.
On August 22nd, dozens of people will be rappelling from the Hotel Blackhawk in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters at their Over the Edge event. This year, you can form a team to help you raise needed funds. Your coworkers, a golf foursome, your book club, or just a crowd you go to happy hour with. Why not form a family team and celebrate a life event like graduation, a key birthday, or anniversary? To find out more about forming an Over the Edge team, go to overtheedgeqc.org.
Sensitivity, understanding, and a tradition of kindness and caring. It's so important when a family loses a loved one. Call on us, Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, for all your service needs. You have our single-minded attention to every detail. With a range of choices and services available, our professionalism, and our deepest sympathy. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KPOB, Davenport.
And we're back in the Hassel Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And Jay, do you have a word from one of our sponsors?
I do, from our man Paul at Just Doors QC.
Well, Paul Shelley.
That's right. They're a proud sponsor of our show. Don't hassle us, we're local. And just like the Quad City's only local sports talk radio show, Just Doors QC is locally owned. I want to remind everybody that they have a deal going on right now through June 21st. It's a storm door deal. You supply the storm door deal, put it in for $21. Also, it's a good idea with all the things that are going on that the COVID may have you working from home for quite some time. And you may have a room, that kids have moved out.
Yeah.
Or
Get rid of those dirty
maybe it's a
little
baby
kids.
room, and now the baby room has now gone. The baby has grown up, and now it's off to the spare bedroom.
Or maybe like you got like a new wife and you need to make some sort of new sex room or something. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. But I was kind of leaning towards if you have like if you want to make an office, you can call.
Okay.
You can call Paul, and he can do the millwork. He can be the trim carpenter, if you will.
Yeah.
And he can go in and do that. You can go to their Facebook page, and while you're there, like and follow their page and look at their before and after photos that are there. Give Paul a call at 309-657-8541. Paul is going to help you get started to change your home into your dream home. He brings professionalism to every opportunity he's offered, big and small, and will treat your home as if your own. That's Just Doors QC. 309-657-8541. I know he also helped out our friend Vance Evans with the sliding glass door.
Yeah, we did that. I mean, he's rocking and rolling. I can't wait till he gets that ambulance all done up.
He said that's out and about, going to be running around. All right, we're going to give Jeff a call. I'm actually 5 minutes late, though. Calling him back.
Oh, boy, Jay.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to be just fine.
Come on, man. This guy is a professional movie critic.
I'm pretty sure.
And you're going to make him wait for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hello.
Jeff,
don't let him let you wait 5 minutes like that. You know he's gained 7 pounds. He's not quite as good looking as he used to be.
Just stop.
Hi, buddy.
Jeff, you're on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, and just like last Thursday when we got to look at Space Jam, and we were like, okay, what kind of movies can we do next? Somewhere along the way, when you were discussing some movies and giving some recommendation, this movie called Digstown was uttered out of your mouth, and T-Roy was like, I'm in. That's the movie. And I was like, well, if you guys say so, that's it. Do you want to give me a background on this before we break this movie down?
A background in the sense of what it is, how it exists, all of that kind of stuff. The last time I had seen it before I recommended it.
Yeah, okay. When was the last time you saw it? Was it 1992?
It was probably... I bet I watched this a couple times because I do remember liking the vibe of this movie, and I do remember recommending it at the time. So I probably saw it like 2 or 3 times back then, yes. Probably last time was like 95, 96. I'd say that'd be
okay. So
I
you weren't even 21
like a couple
yet.
Years ago.
You watched it a couple years
ago. 21 yet.
I thought the military forced you to watch this. The first thing that got me really excited about this movie was that it was like an hour and 37 minutes, and I was like, right on. This is about how long a movie should be. And then when I got over it, I'm like, huh? That's the ending?
He's gonna poop all over this, Jeff. But help me out here. This movie it's a fun movie, right?
Okay. It is. Here's the thing. It is 100% problematic now in today's society. I see like how they treat the women and people of color in this film, and it's rough. I don't care for that at all. Okay, that's first and foremost.
Right.
Besides that aspect of it, the 92 version of me and all of that stuff, yeah, it's con men trying to con each other, and that is fun. That's normally, it's like Albert Platt, like getting fake drunk, or actually getting really drunk in the pool scene and hustling, like small town overconfident fools, if you will. Yeah, that stuff is good stuff.
This is the best part, how you start this. All right, so James Woods plays his character Gabriel Kane.
He's getting out of prison.
He just was released from prison. This is from the IMDb thing, not mine, my summary. He's just been released from prison when he sets up a bet with the businessman. Oh, let's talk about the businessman in a second, too. The business played by Bruce Dern. The businessman owns most of a boxing mad town called Digstown. The bet is that Gabe can find a boxer that will knock out 10 Digstown men in a boxing ring within 24 hours.
And it's home to famous boxer Charles Malcolm Diggs.
Diggs. Honey Roy Palmer. I love the name, by the way.
Yeah.
Is that man.
Love that name.
He's 48 years old, and many say he's too old. All right? Now, the subplot is that Charles Malcolm Diggs, the heavyweight champion that gave the town's name, and is now confined to a wheelchair. Okay. Boy, let's unwrap this.
I mean, there's so much more that we could get into.
You
forgot about the dude. He went to the town to help Randall Tex Cobb's sister with the dogs. First of all, that's why he went.
He's got a heart of gold. This time, man. By the way,
heart of gold convict.
When this movie was made, James Woods, 44, so our age.
Yeah, this is
That's
going to make us
insane.
sick.
Yep.
And who's 22 years
and
old?
Heather Graham, 22, and they dated in real life
They
for
dated
a
in
year.
real life.
So then this awful-looking pseudo, almost flirtation romance that happens in the movie is something that we have to be stuck with the reality that actually happened in real life.
Well, they say Woods is
Yeah.
got a third leg. So.
That's what they say.
Well, in real life?
Yeah.
Yes, in real life. All right, now, I don't know if you watch the same movie because he's not just going to go check on Wolf's dogs and the daughter. He has already set up this so-called con, and you guys say con like this is
Well, yeah, he sends Oliver Platt.
This is a standard hustle, Jay. Come
Yeah,
on.
Jay, but he
Like,
already
line up
found
10
out
guys
from
to
Wolf
fight
that
so
the
you can
dude's
own
a
it
bad
down.
guy.
maybe a hustle, but how? Really, it's just cheating in a boxing match, which is underground boxing.
But he found out through Wolf that the dude running the town was a bad dude, and he was the reason that Charles Malcolm Diggs is stuck in a coma or whatever he's kind of stuck in.
Yeah.
So-
By the way, that guy, did you recognize that guy?
Yeah, isn't that the bad guy from Ghostbusters 2? Yeah.
Only Zool?
No, from Ghostbusters 2,
man.
the guy that's stuck in the painting.
Yeah,
There's
he
no
doesn't do
Dana,
anything
only Zool.
really
Isn't that what he
telltale.
says?
That's Ghostbusters 1, honey.
Oh, then I don't remember. Sorry.
Heather Graham doesn't make much sense in this movie outside of she's just beautiful.
Right. That's the
You're
standard
right.
there.
The idea
We
that
gotta have a beautiful
the idea
girl.
that
It's
he
92,
keeps,
Jay.
he keeps wanting to. You can just tell by the leering looks that he gives her, and she's not giving him attention. And then the score in the background, which never made any sense. And
Oh my God, Jeff, he's trying to be a critic like you, and he's really not. He just likes to he's going to pick apart this show, but then he's going to turn around and go watch The Bachelorette like it's really good TV.
I think it is fun to see Bruce Dern go over the top. I do. Like that character is good.
Yeah, isn't that guy a
as
classic
in,
bad
like,
guy too?
You guys
Yeah,
do
like
realize
that is the standard that you would get for the 80s and 90s as far as like who you would hate in a drama, in an adult drama.
this is Roadhouse and Karate Kid somehow mixed up with a boxing movie. I mean, Bruce Dern's character.
I'm so glad I didn't
Did
watch
you just
it.
hear yourself, Jay?
Yes.
That is a movie that you would sit down and see every single time.
Exactly.
But it's not as good as those two.
No, it is though. That's the problem. You just have
watch any of those.
now you're just finding out a bit on it. You go back and watch Roadhouse. It's not really that great of a movie, Jay.
They shipped Wolf's body naked in a box.
Hey man,
This is.
I think you're
And
critiquing
then
it
not
too
only
far.
that, I mean, the entirety of Hambone and his brother is just ridiculous that could even, like, to think that we're in a place now and to think of where we were in the 90s where that was acceptable, like plot-driven stuff is just, it's gross. Like, there's no way to say it other than that. It's gross.
Well, and I think too that was there to drive the villainy of the character that Dern was playing too. But I get you. Yes.
I understand the point of it and everything, but
Yeah.
like it is still that thing of these actors are props in this movie. That's rough to see.
So Bruce Dern has $700,000 in the bank and has $1.3 billion in assets because he rigged the fight for Diggs when everybody else in town bet on it. He was his manager, am I right? Or he got the manager to inject the nasal thing in him. So everyone else
He was
bet
the
except for
manager.
the one farm where the guy went
This is all
fishing that day.
backstory. That's right.
The guy went fishing that day, and he kept the boxing ring there because Diggs at one time trained there. And
It's a movie of convenience. It's an utter movie of convenience. The fact that like James Woods is a lead, like in a movie this style, that even that is
for the
like,
last
it
time.
is- yeah.
This movie made me hate The Hard Way, and I like that movie.
By the way, he's trying to say that James Woods isn't a good actor. Is James Woods not a good actor?
He's a great actor.
You can't. No.
Jeff, come on.
Casino. He's a good actor. He's a good actor.
Thank you.
But I'm basing that on 30 years ago.
Well, yeah, he hasn't done anything lately,
Yeah.
really.
Right.
I mean, he did some voiceover for Disney, I believe, is one of the last things he's done.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
He did.
He's in Justice League.
Was it-
action.
yeah, was it
he
Hercules?
he was Hercules' brother or
Yeah.
whatever else. Yeah. Let's look at his movies that he's done since then.
No, you keep talking bad about Dickstown. Let's just see.
Why? What does it have to do with anything we're talking about right now?
Because this is like his last movie. Because he's terrible.
Oh.
All
right, he's wrong. He's wrong.
He's totally wrong because he knows way after this.
I love James Woods.
Okay. There's just way too many plot holes here.
Listen, I like the twist at the end where he gets the dude to do the thumbs down.
Okay. All right. Let me give you
Oliver
another
Platt was good in this movie.
Oliver Platt was great.
Now, correct me, Rick. James Caviezel was in this movie.
Oh
right?
yeah, he's got two great lines in this movie, by the way. One when he sees Oliver Platt's truck, and you know what he says?
What?
I'd cut my D off for a truck like that.
What does D stand for?
No, you wouldn't. Not for that truck. It still wasn't that cool in 1992.
It was cool in that town.
The writing. What would you?
Was there 4 doors on that truck?
Oh yeah, that was a total.
You only got one D and
that
4
was
doors.
A
You gotta be
4-door
careful.
dually. I mean, if you live in a small town, that's the truck you want.
What
James
would
Woods
you
is the truck
actually
I
cut
want.
your member off for? What would lead you to be like,
Nothing.
I'd cut my
Well,
member off for that?
nothing at all, Jay.
And then he drops the N word on Honey Roy during the fight.
That's tough.
And then he gets knocked out.
Yeah, and then he does. Yeah. So those are his two big lines in that one.
And look where his career went after that movie.
So
Thank
Honey
you.
Roy is 48. His last time he fought was 1978 against the guy that is fighter number 9, who looks like he was probably 26 at the time.
If you're going to pick apart every little thing, Foster,
Jay will.
good
And
God.
did you hear the breakdown of Space Jam?
Yeah.
Here we
What
are.
are we here to
Every
do?
little thing. My Lord.
He's like,
All
and then
right,
the credit
now what
speed
movie-
was ridiculous.
What movie did I say we're going to watch
I mean,
next?
I just like that Louis Gossett Jr. shaved his head. That was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
thing.
I love that, too.
I was happy for that. Big fan.
Yeah, he did
Jeff?
that. Shaved a few pounds off.
It did feel like, didn't it feel like they were trying to show that he had Hurtenbombs, but he didn't really have them? Like it was a little bit of that, like, oh, you should have leaned into that kind of thing, but no, you're not even looking that tough.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so I've already suggested a movie for
odd movie.
next week. And to see if you remember
What's
this
the movie you suggested?
It's called The Flamingo Kid.
Oh my God.
The Flamingo Kid.
Matt
is
Dillon.
That's with Matt Dillon?
Probably, yeah, probably 1984, 85.
Janet Jones, yeah, around there.
Right after The Outsiders.
85, I want to say. Yeah, maybe 84.
Yeah. See,
Is that is sports?
well, it's got gambling in it, and it's got card
Thank you.
playing.
Thank you. I'd said the same
So,
thing.
yeah.
I love his laugh.
All
I
right.
love it so
I didn't realize we were getting that far down on the list already. Where we were like,
Yeah.
Well, I just want him to. I want him to appreciate some
baseball
sort.
and
Well, it has Janet Jones in it, so I want him to have to watch it.
Oh, Gary Marshall. Oh, Gary Marshall when he was good directed this. Really?
See, there you go, Jay.
All right.
Thank you, Jeff.
I want to.
I like Jeff. I don't know about
I know you do. Yeah, I get that.
We love
Now,
us
trust
some
me, I
Jeff.
didn't say this movie's good because I don't think I ever really saw it.
Listen, hey Jeff, I got the engineer working on Zoom, so next week you'll be able to see us and laugh along with us. All right, let's take a look at what he did after this. James Woods.
Now
We're gonna go through.
critiquing James Woods.
No. He was in The General's Daughter. He was in Any Given Sunday.
Yeah,
at
take
Dr.
that.
Harvey Mandrake. Yeah,
He fit in that part.
Yeah.
Like he fits as a slime ball. Like if you need a slime
because
ball,
he's a slime
the
ball.
guy.
Who's a slime ball?
Yeah.
James Woods.
He's always a slime ball in a movie, usually, though.
Yeah, and he is in real life.
Like Casino, he was a
Obviously,
slime ball.
like Jeff said, he was 44 and dating a 22-year-old.
That's not a slime ball. That's a smart ball.
Well, I guess.
All
right.
Sounds like one of our best friends.
Yeah, it's just for fun.
Don't be
Okay.
double the age.
All right, who's the best in this movie? Who wins the movie? Who does
who
the
gets
best part?
MVP?
Yeah.
I mean, Oliver Platt's been better, but like in minutes per, like if we're going like what is that, warp? Can we put warp in this? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
something?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Oliver Platt might be the highest here.
Yeah.
As far as because I mean honestly, as soon as Honey Roy Palmer like leaves his wife in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
after like what looked like a good marriage,
Yeah, they seem to get along.
it's like wait, what? We're just moving forward. Yeah. High school, what was it? Sophomore in high school, Jeff did not care about those moments. He just wanted the boxing.
I also want to point this out.
I like sophomore in high school.
I know you
Jeff.
don't like this stuff, T. Roy, but Honey Roy is 48 years old, and clearly he's retired. He's doing well because he's just volunteering at the Y.
Yeah.
He doesn't need this hustle. But he's got a house by the railroad tracks, and that's pretty much why he's taking the hustle. It's his fault for retiring at 48 if he's not well off.
How old was George Foreman when he won the title?
50.
Retired boxer.
There we go. There's our proof.
Did he earn that title, or did he just win that title?
I have a problem with Heather Graham, just not too upset that Wolf was murdered.
Well, he was a criminal. Maybe she was just.
He was framed.
Okay.
And the choir came out for the
Let's
county.
just be honest. Heather Graham really isn't a great actress either.
No, she's just hot with great.
She wore rollerblades around in one movie, and everybody loved her.
Great in that movie.
Roller skates. You got a brand new.
So I think Oliver Platt has the best here.
Dirk Diggler.
Right?
You want
he
to talk
probably
about
comes
James
out the best
Woods? Dirk Diggler beat him.
Because you can't give Louis Gossett who?
Dirk Diggler.
Yeah. Louis Gossett won an Oscar for Officer and Gentleman, so obviously he's done better. James Woods, did he ever win an Oscar?
There's a Mosquito Coast movie that might have gotten him either nominated or maybe a win.
Okay.
I think.
Bruce Dern?
Off the top of my head.
Dern, I don't think has. Dern's been in a lot of movies.
He had to have, really? I feel like Dern had to have won something at some point, too.
He's been
maybe
around
not.
forever.
Maybe that was why with Nebraska there was like that feel-good
Oh, yeah,
a couple years ago.
That's what it was. This is...
Yeah. Bruce Dern's been nominated twice for Oscars. That's the best he's done.
Why don't we ask Serge? Hey, Serge, will you look up the stats real quick?
No, you don't like me typing with one hand?
I like it.
No, you're doing
Serge
great.
is
Everything
skipping
about
all the
you.
way.
Your laugh is going to make me smile the rest of the day.
What do you... the T-Roy, I'm going to ask you, what do you want me to do? Just watch this and just go, good job.
I can't believe you don't. I mean, can't take it for what it is. You can't look at a movie in '92 and then just throw everything that you know from 2000 and be like, oh my god, that's the last. You got to understand it was in '92.
No. What I'm saying, oh my god, is that he framed someone to be the county's biggest drug dealer, and then he waited a week before. He's like, hey, he might spill the beans. Then he knows all this stuff, and then he kills him. Not like 3 weeks into it and be like, hey, all you got to do is usher him to. Obviously, the warden.
I'm not putting that much thought into it either. I'm with Jeff. 24-year-old T-Roy was just like, hey, this is a pretty funny movie.
What was funny?
Well, the fact that he got over on the dude. Like, James Woods got over on the dude.
I guess.
James Woods has the 3 legs. That's funny.
Yeah.
He pulled one
And
over
intriguing.
on Bruce Dern, who pulled one over on the entire city, who now, by the way, someone else.
He got everybody their property back, and he saved,
See, that's the problem with that hour and 37 minutes. Did he give everyone the property back?
That's what we're going to assume, Jay, because that's what we did
Are
back
we
in
going
the 90s.
to? Are we going to? So that's why
I have the perfect,
Jay's being really condescending right now.
I have the solution for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
This will solve everything. Jay.
Yes.
Based on a novel, The Digstown Ringers. So if you could check that out at the library, read up on that, see if it fills in any of these potholes, report back. Then I think we're all going to be good.
Yeah, Jay, why don't you read for
that'll push us through this time.
So this is based on a novel, Digstown.
There we go.
Digstown what? What's the name of the book?
Digstown Diary, I believe it was. Was that it?
I'll look it up now. You're not helping
literally
now.
already forgot.
Why don't we do a book club
He's
versus
helping
a movie
everybody.
club?
Jeff's not biased. He's not like you, walking around here with your 90
Can
movie
we?
bias.
Can we not do a movie in the 80s or 90s? Can we come up with a movie in the 2000s or in the last 20 years?
No,
Can I pick one?
All right, hang on.
Yeah, hold on.
Have you guys actually? I brought this one up before Digstown, and I don't think it went anywhere. From 2011, Warrior. Have you guys seen it?
No.
Yes, I've seen it.
I saw it on the Hulu.
That's the one with what's his face.
Yep.
The
What's
Bane,
his face
the guy that
is
played
definitely in
Bane.
Right? Bane's on it?
Yeah, Tom Hardy and
Tom
Joel
Hardy.
Edgerton.
Do your Bane. Do your Bane.
The,
Do your Bane.
Oh,
yeah.
Tom Hardy.
And Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte.
Oh, lovely voice.
Okay, no Nick Nolte, but thank you.
All right, so 2011 Warrior. All right, I'm
Does
in.
he talk like
Can I
Bane
pick
at
a
all in
movie?
it?
I want to
Next
pick one.
week, Bomber.
Although, wait a minute.
What?
You got to do this. We got to do this the right way. This is all spur of the moment. Are these on Netflix? Can other people sit and easily watch these?
Well, no. Digstown was very
Because
hard to find.
they should come along with us, right?
Yes.
Digstown was hard to find.
Digstown was
I
hard
did
to
not realize
find.
that was going to be the case. Yeah.
Well, let's see. I have a
Yeah.
Netflix app on my phone. Jay does not.
I'm going to recommend. Can I pick my movie?
Yeah, what's your recommendation?
Do you have
Unbroken.
Netflix sports movie out?
Unbroken. What is it?
Unbroken is he was qualifying for the Olympics, and then after his plane crash in the Pacific, he survives in the ocean by himself for almost 50 days.
So it's Castaway, but a sports theme.
It's a true story. And then he was a prisoner of war. He was in camp, and then he came back and he participated in the Olympics. That's a real badass.
That would be nice. It is not on Netflix. Not saying that we.
Okay,
have
so
to
I gotta
stop
pick
that.
something else.
All right, there is
Have you guys seen
Warrior
the
is
R-rated,
not on Netflix.
Right. Have you
All
guys
right.
seen Goon?
Yes, I've seen Goon, but that's a comedy.
That's all right. Well,
Okay, how about I, Tonya?
It's a
How about I,
hockey
Tonya? Have you
comedy.
seen that?
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I thought I was like, oh, it's gonna be so stay bad.
What's
But
Goon about?
It
I
was
like
really
Goon.
good.
Goon is about hockey. Sean William Scott is in it.
Fighting with My
Yeah.
Family. That's based on a true story.
I've seen that.
It's good. I like it. The Way Back, not so
If
good.
you
I
guys-
just watched it.
Goon is actually like just so you know, it's a legitimately really good movie. It's
funny.
The language is awful, but Sean William Scott actually proves himself, which was very surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Goon or is it Goon
The Goon.
Last of the Enforcers?
The Goon. Is it Goon Last of the Enforcers?
Just Goon.
Well, because last
One
name-
word, Goon, and guess what? 1 hour and 31 minutes.
Love that.
What about the one that I like with Marky Mark? And he was the guy that just.
Invincible.
That's my favorite.
Oh, that is a good one.
This is why we don't let you suggest movies.
Don't you love that one? Help me out, Jeff.
No, don't help her out, Jeff.
It is.
She gets in trouble
it is
for not listening a
available.
lot.
Okay,
It is
listen.
not available.
On Netflix is Goon. People can watch this with us and follow along.
Again, terrible language in this movie. That's the only warning.
What does that mean? Don't
That's
watch
the
it with
only
the
language we
family?
like, though.
Yeah, not a family film at all.
All right. This has got Allison Pillin as well. Ooh, I like Jay Baruchel.
Oh, you're just looking at the ladies, huh?
No, Jay
way to
Baruchel
go.
is a
Yeah,
dude.
whatever, Jay. Sure she is.
All right, Jeff, I'm not going to take any more of your time.
He's
The
here
T
being
was in there
very
yelling
90-ish,
and whatever else.
Jeff.
Yeah, but we're going to get the we're going to get this.
7-year-old and the 4-year-old.
Yeah, we're
Get
going
my
to.
attention.
All right, we're going to get the. How are things going out there?
They're going great.
You guys going to what? Any word since last week about when Portland's going to open up?
Nope.
Nope.
No
Okay.
word.
All right. Any protests or riots?
Very peaceful protests after some very sad rioting, but there's always been peaceful protesting. Always.
We're down for the peaceful protests. We're all
You
about
sent me a
those.
photo, Jeff, over a text about this Quad City style frozen pizza.
Yeah, that was weird. My friend found out.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's not.
Mama Basso?
No. This stuff, you've never seen this? Like
No.
that thing?
Oh.
Yeah,
that's
it's
how, they had it at
It's not from Quad Cities, though.
Oh, it's not.
No, I don't know why they're doing that. But, all right. Goon it is next week, Jeff. Stay safe out there. And
all right.
Take care. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it, my friend.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. See you soon.
Yeah, that pizza, the style that you were showing me here, Jay,
Yes.
the Outsiders, they had some of this at Target one day.
Yeah, but it's not like from here or anything like that.
No, but they just do it in a Quad City style is what they're trying to say.
Oh.
So I wonder if it's actually, I don't know.
All right. You got something for me to read, or you want me
I
to
don't
do?
know. Are we going to break?
Yeah, we got to go to break real quick.
All right. Yeah, I can read something. Front Street Brewery,
Yeah,
the
boy.
oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa, is nestled right along the bank of the mighty Mississippi, serving Davenport since 1992 with awesome beers like the Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, and the Raging River. And don't forget their oh-so-popular Cherry Bomb Blonde. Check out the Facebook page for all their food and drink specials or visit the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. Remember, the restaurant is located at 208 East River Drive and the tap room is in the Freight House Complex. So get in there. Hopefully this weekend, enjoy some food or drinks from our friends at the Front Street Brewery.
Hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
This is Ella Schmidt, the 106-pounder for Bettendorf, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
A hailstorm is never good news for your home, especially your roof. Recent ping-pong to golf ball-sized hail hit the Quad Cities. This type of hail can cause catastrophic damage to your home's exterior. Even new roofs can be affected. Don't wait. Call All Major Restoration today. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, All Major will walk you through the entire process, from filing an insurance claim through construction. Call Call the experts at All Major Restoration for your free storm damage inspection. 563-322-0060. Se habla español.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
We will get our momentum back. Our businesses back, our smiles back, ourselves back. Because that's what this community does. At First Midwest Bank, we want to thank our colleagues for doing everything they can to help our clients and our communities get through this. Because we are all in this together. And together, we will get our momentum back. First Midwest Bank. Visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Car old? Need it sold? Get rid of that old car and do a good deed at the same time. It's the Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction coming soon to Coal Valley. That's right, it's back. Donate your car, truck, SUV, or motorcycle, and if you live within 40 miles of Coal Valley, they will even pick it up, even if it doesn't run. All donations are tax deductible. Call 309-799-7044 or visit them online at arrowheadyouth.org. Car old? Need it sold? Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction. Stay tuned for an auction date in Coal Valley.
Sports and beer. Enjoy both at lunch. Don't hassle us. We're local, noon to 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
And we're back here in the Hassle Castle, everybody. Brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish. And you're listening to Don't Hassle Us Local on AM 1170.
We're never going to discuss what we discuss off air.
Well, yeah, we are. We're going to bring it up right now. So.
No!
All right. Well, I want to thank Tyson for coming in and Jeff for doing our weekly
I like Jeff.
Movie.
I like Tyson.
Review. We're going to get him up on
We
Zoom.
know, Leah.
Get him up on
I just
Zoom
wish he was a little more attractive. I mean, if he could just step it up a notch.
so that you
it'd
guys
be
can see him on the
great.
Hair Just Pub Facebook comment
I
thread.
think what she was meant to say is I wish he was a little more single.
Oh, no. He's got babies. Good for him.
Yeah, don't
and
be
he's a
trying-
good dad. That makes him more attractive.
Don't be
You see what I'm
trying to
saying?
break up a family.
I would never. He's got
Howard
babies.
Stern, Hasslers. That's so good.
We want to encourage everybody that may be going out to Vanderveer Park tonight.
Yes.
For a peaceful protest to keep that in mind peaceful. The numbers could be anywhere from as low as 4 to 3,000, as high as 3,000 or more. All right, no matter what the number is.
Yeah, all you
let's
hippies
keep it
out there,
peaceful.
pass around some edibles or something.
Let's
everything
keep
happy.
it
Not a
peaceful.
bad idea. Peaceful.
If you see somebody doing something wrong, alert somebody.
Yeah.
You don't have to get in the way. You don't have to be a superhero, but alert someone immediately.
Protect your person at all times.
Pull out your
as well.
phone and film like you always do.
Yes. Use your phone for what it is, to call the authority, not to videotape it. And let them do their job, the officers do their job the best way that they can.
Mhm.
Don't get in their way and tell them that they're violating any of your rights or someone else's rights. All right? Just go there for peace, to speak your mind, and then let everybody else do their job as well. Let's not make this crazy. Let's not have another instance of what Sunday night was like. And if we can all do this, we probably are no longer going to be having a curfew.
If people can
now,
just...
don't hold me to that, but that's the way I feel. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes through this weekend. But I feel like this is our first test.
I disagree with all of that. I think this is on purpose. But cool.
On purpose or not, that many people in a park.
Mm-hmm. Keep your wits about you. Just act like adults. Have respect for your neighbors.
I have no idea where you're going to park.
Period.
Yeah, I would just avoid the whole area.
Well, isn't CC? There's CC in Iowa. So, I mean, you don't want to mess with the wrong person out there tonight either.
What's CC?
CC, concealed carry. There are people out there are going to be licensed and registered gun owners. So if you're going to step out of it, if you want to get out of pocket,
all right. Well,
you
that's
might...
I don't even want to think about that.
No.
I
but
know,
I'm saying,
but I just wish
I'm talking about
everybody
people
just needs to be
defending their
calm. I understand.
businesses.
Yeah,
and they have a
everybody-
right to do that. So just be careful. Keep your wits about you. Be respectful of your neighbors. That's all. We are pro peace in this studio and anti-violence, but we're also pro protect yourself. Just be careful. That's all. We're all adults. Act like it. Use your words. That's what we do.
Don't touch the guests.
Well, I didn't. Oh, that's good. You lost me there for a second.
Now you know why Stockpile gets nervous when he comes in.
I was like, I didn't touch Tyson. I was like, I touch you all the time. But you're not a guest.
I'm not a guest. That's why you're fine.
You're my
touching me.
scratching post.
So,
you're such a goofball.
we will not be having a show tomorrow.
No, sir.
I will be out there delivering pizzas in the morning. If you'd like to help deliver pizzas, go ahead and send me a direct message.
By the way, Van Severn was asking. So
what?
He's asking me, and I'm like,
Mark said he could help in the morning and afternoon.
Yeah, some people were commenting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you just send me a message. I'll tell you where to be, where it needs to go. After the show, I have to get to a hold of the police departments and figure out exactly like how many pizzas are going where and whatnot.
You got my message yesterday.
I do need help. Yeah, I do need help. Definitely at night because I will not be around. I'll be in Muscatine. Softball tournament starts tomorrow. So finally,
Cambridge.
the first one of the year.
Yay, softball!
Yeah, so we get to play softball tomorrow
How
at 3
excited
o'clock.
are you?
Very excited.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get up bright and early, go help Mark at the Pizza Shack. Maybe he'll even let me cook some pizzas.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, and then I'll
Mark's
go
a pretty
deliver
cool
some.
guy. I'm sure he'll let you.
And then I'll go to the gym after that, and then I'll go clean
What
pints.
is that? What's a gym?
So,
big time gym fellow.
But yes, let's be safe tonight. Let's be smart.
And look out for each other.
And if there is, and if the curfew goes through the weekend, it goes through the weekend.
ELE.
Exactly.
Everybody love.
You've been saying that for like 2 years now, and now that is the big shared meme now.
High five.
Too, right?
ELE.
Yeah.
High five me. I love that.
That's right.
I got no hate towards anybody, man.
No,
And
never.
I got no reason to bring it unless you bring it at me.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
The way it works.
We're always on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
She's always scratching my arm, too.
She's my scratching post.
I think Jay just loves coming in sometimes. He's like,
I enjoy you guys in here. I enjoy having everybody in here. We can have everyone in here.
We're like his kids.
I'd
He's
rather
like,
not have anybody. And I'm just glad you're in a better. You're not sick or anything like that.
Well, I am.
Well, I mean, the
Glad
sign.
I'm
I'm glad
better.
you're getting better, and you've given you the right to prescriptions and everything else.
What, that Monday was tough, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you looked bad. You sounded bad. Your whole attitude and your aura was off.
Well, I started getting cold when we were sitting here, and I was like, "Why am I so cold? It's so cold in here."
I can tell something. I can tell immediately when I walk into the studio who's in a bad mood, who had a bad night the night before, and who doesn't feel. I can tell.
You could tell.
I could tell.
Whoa! What kind of night did I have last night?
What kind of attitude did you have last night? You weren't
Night
here.
did I have last night?
I could tell you had a good night. I could tell you started to feel... No. You started to feel better, though, today.
I had a terrible night. I didn't sleep in another bed.
You haven't been here for 2 days.
Yeah, but I slept in a different bed so that the wife could sleep because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get comfortable.
And
I
that
didn't
was
want
the
to put her through another night.
crappy mattress, because we always put the crappy mattress in our guest bedroom because screw those guys. We want to be comfortable.
We don't want them to come back.
We want them to stay and visit, but not too long.
Yeah. It's like one day, my back's killing me, time to go. That's
it was fine, but I was just like, sinuses are so weird.
It's so hard. We had this conversation before we went live. It's tough. Sinus infections are no fun.
So we're gonna watch Warrior with Tom Hardy. Is that it?
Oh
no, The Goon.
Goon.
We're gonna watch The Goon.
I've seen it.
Well, then you're way ahead.
You gotta watch it again. You gotta refresh yourself.
I'd rather watch Tom Hardy.
And this was with Michael Duncan Scott.
Sean William Scott, from better known as Stifler.
Stifler's mom.
Yeah. All right. Listen, be safe tonight. If you guys, anybody has wants to help deliver some pizza tomorrow, go ahead and message me either on Don't Hassle Us, We're Local or my personal Facebook page, or if you have my phone number, text me. I'll figure out when I need you, when I can use you, and everything else. Again, please have a very, very safe weekend. Make good choices, everybody. ELE is right.
Everybody love everybody. And everybody be safe.
Yeah.
Just if you're out, man, give someone a hug today.
Ooh.
Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. Stay safe and sanitized. We will see you guys soon.
From the